Hello, it's Ruby, and today I am so excited to be sharing with you the yearly planner for 2022. Somehow this is now the fourth planner which we released. I'm so happy with how it turned out. The format is very similar to the academic planner which came in September. The weekly spread is very similar, but it is slightly different because instead of academics, this is designed for life planning, so organising all different areas of your life as opposed to just academics. This planner will probably be best for you if you're not in education, but it still can definitely be used if you are in education. And of the two, I tend to actually use the yearly planner more myself. Like, I've got both and I do genuinely just switch between them sometimes. Last year I used the yearly planner more than I used the academic planner. I know I say this every time, but I just genuinely can't believe that it's actually ready to share because it takes so long to get it just right, to get it perfect. And it is better than last year's planner. We've responded to feedback, made little changes just to make it more intuitive and more useful, and lots of people have been asking for me to do a video like running through the planner in its entirety like I've done before, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just so excited to share it with you. Here is the planner like the academic planner, which is at university, so I don't have it with me. Like the academic planner, this has got a celestial star design, which I actually prefer, I think, to the botanical design that we had last year. I just love all of the star doodles, and you can see on the front we have got these little stars, and to go along with it actually you'll notice that there is a ribbon that can just really easily be tied to the metal wiring, and it says have a productive week on it, and there are just again lots of decorative stars, and this is basically so you can mark your place. So you just tie it there. It's really simple. Like, you could literally use a ribbon that you have yourself. This one is just quite fun because it matches the theme. Okay, anyway, let's start right from the beginning. So when you open it up, there is an intro page as always, and then next there is an about me page, and honestly I love the about me page this year. I think it's better than last year's. Okay, so from my own experience, I love setting up my planner at the beginning. It's so much fun, but I find it's always quite boring when the about me page is literally just, you know, what's your email address, what's your name. I always liked answering like more fun questions about myself, and so that's exactly what these pages do. This changes from planner to planner because I think it's fun to change. So then we've got the contents page, and I love the little star doodles at the top here. So next we go into addresses. This wasn't in the original planner, but I think it's quite nice having like a space for writing down addresses. The reason I actually did include this is as a little ode to letter writing. You know, I feel like there are only a handful of addresses that you actually really need. Having those addresses noted down means that you can write a spontaneous letters to them wherever you are. Next we go on to morning and night routines. Having a good night routine is so important for having a good morning routine, which is so good for having a good day. I think our mornings set up the precedent for the day, and so it's really important to make sure that you have a good one. So in last year's planner there was like an actual kind of timetable-y thing that you could make, whereas with this one there is just a space for morning and evening habits. So when you find something that works really well for you in the morning or evening, you can write it down here. But I think it's a good idea to change your morning and night routines quite regularly because life changes, your commitments change, so this is just a place to note down things that make you feel good in the morning. For example, I'd write down like doing yin yoga, going outside, getting a brief bit of fresh air, having a good breakfast, that kind of thing. Now we have a space for New Year's resolutions, then things I want to accomplish. So we've got things to accomplish this year, in the next 5 years, and then in the future with some neat little tick boxes. Then things to do in 2022. This is like a massive master to-do list where you can just sit down at the beginning of the year and get excited about what's going to come this year and like make a list of all those fun bucket list activities you want to do. This is a new spread actually, which is go-to meals. A list of like your favourites and really simple things that you can go to means that you don't have to like think too much about what to eat, and if you're really busy you can still make sure that you're eating something you really like and which is going to make you feel good. So I quickly filled mine out here. I don't know what I'm going to use the bottom two boxes for yet. I think I might do one for desserts and the other one maybe for more snacks. Now we've got a space for expenses. I love how this page looks. It says Bank of Pumpkin Productivity, which I just think is quite a cool detail. And then my favourite spread, which you know, if you've watched any of these videos before, you'll know my favourite spread is the book related ones. Of course there has to be book related pages. So this is the books I've read, which is like a bookshelf, and you can colour in the books, add in the book titles as you read them, and it's so satisfying to fill out, and I think it looks so cool at the end of it. There is an extra shelf here as well from last year because 3 shelves was not enough, as many people fed that. And then we've also got the library book log. Libraries are such a blessing. We are so lucky to have access to books through libraries. It's just such a great resource, and we really need to keep our libraries going because many libraries are struggling, especially after lockdown. So this is just a place to keep track of your due dates. Make sure that you do return them on time, because I'm definitely guilty of sometimes forgetting to return my library books. Here's just a quick example of how you'd fill out the table. It's very self-explanatory. Next we've got recommendations, where when people mention like a film or a song or a book that they think you'd like, you can just jot it down here so you don't forget. And then we've got a simple notes page before we move into our 2022 calendar. I really like to use this for like highlighting term dates, or when I'm going on holiday, or like circling really important dates. So I just went through and highlighted my term dates for my final term at university, which is just unbelievable. And then here we go. Oh my goodness, I love this next bit. So this is the January spread, and all of the pages have celestial designs, as you'll see. This one I actually doodled, and I think it came out really good. This is actually my favourite of all of this, and the April one, which is another one that I drew. And then we turn over. We've got our calendar page on the right, which is the same as last year. The monthly overview is really great for putting in key events, of course, and just being able to see your month at a glance. But something new which I really like are these little pages that you'll see dotted throughout the planner. So in square brackets it will say like attach a picture of something so that you can customize your planner. I mean, we use our planners a lot, and so you want to make sure that it's akin to you and that it's got that personal touch and it's not like the same as everyone else's. So for example, this one's attach a picture of your role model. Another one, I'll just give you an example, attach something you've drawn or painted. And then we go into the weekly planning spreads, 3 pages per week. A lot of planners will only have 2 pages per week, but I find that that's never enough space for actually writing down a full to-do list. You've got 11 lines per page, which is a lot more than maybe like the 3 to 5 that you might get in another planner. The weekend is bundled up into one section for the 2. So I thought I'd quickly show you how I actually plan my days with the yearly planner. So the left hand side is lined, and then on the right hand side there are these boxes. So I write down my main goal, also any admin tasks, because there usually are some, reminders, and then also key events. And I also like to colour code my tasks depending on the module they're for, and I number them so I know when I want to complete them. So you can see that there are 2 columns for to-do list boxes as well. This is just to make it a little bit more versatile. Like, as I say, I like to use it for numbering my tasks, the order in which I want to do them, and then I use the other one for a tick box. You could also use one of the columns to mark in due dates, which I think would be especially useful if you're at school and you've got lots of due dates for homework. You could also actually use it as a timetable if you wanted to, if you're a fan of using timetables. And then instead of taking a to-do list box, you could just highlight your tasks when you're done. Fountain pens also don't bleed through the paper, and nor do dipping pens in ink. The pages are the same the whole way through. As always, there are also some fun pages dotted throughout, just unique planning sheets. You can see in March we've got a spring cleaning checklist. Then in May there's a space for reasons to be happy. This is such a great activity to do, like just going through and like writing down all of the things that make you happy. In June we've got mid-year reflections. Then in August we've got a space for a summer bucket list. This is great for just like looking forward to the summer and being excited for what's going to happen. In October we have got a bucket list, and this can be used as an autumn bucket list if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, because autumn is a wonderful month and you need to make the most of it. Then in November there's a space for things I'm grateful for. And finally in December there is a mini little Christmas planning guide, so a space for gift ideas, just a few, and a quick winter to-do list, because around the holiday season there is always a lot to do. And there was also a Christmas planner in the yearly planner last year, which looks slightly different, but I'm going to fill that out just to show you how it works, because obviously it is now December, getting ready for Christmas. And then we get to the end of the planner. So right at the end we have a few notes pages, again dotted because I think it's more versatile. We've got 2 master to-do lists. And finally at the end, I love this spread. So we've got an accomplish this year section. Every month you can go through and just jot down like the key things you accomplished that month that you're proud of, and then at the end of the year you can reflect it, see what you've accomplished, and let yourself be like proud of yourself at the end of the year. Right at the end, I love this so much. There is a little vision board. You can fill this out how you want. Like, you might want to just cover this entirely so you can't see any of the Polaroids. You could stick Polaroids over these. You could cut out little pictures and put them here. You could draw something. You could write a quote. I just think it's a really cool page for customizing. And yes, that is the yearly planner for 2022. I'm so excited about it. Genuinely, as always, just so thankful to you for giving me the opportunity to design this planner. I said this when I first released like the first academic planner, but it had been a dream of mine since I was very, very, very young to design a planner. Love, love, love using my planner. I always rely on it extensively, and yet there were so many things. Like in every planner I had, there were always problems and always things that I wanted to change, and things I thought would make it more functional and useful. And so I had like long lists of things that I would add to my ideal planner, and now all of those things I've been able to include in this one. I mean, I'm incredibly biased because I did design the planner, but genuinely I think this is the best planner I've ever used, and I am so happy with how it came out. The planner will retail for £16, and there will also be a bundle as well. The ribbon and the planner for £17. You can also get the ribbon, the planner and the notebook for £21. I completely somehow forgot to say that it is going to be available on my website, Pumpkin Productivity, and we're launching on the 30th of November at 5 PM GMT. Ooh, I should also say we are releasing a timetable as well at the same time as the yearly planner. I love this so much. There is space for tracking your main goal accomplished, and then I always talk about how useful timetables are when studying. I use timetables all the time for study days and even non-study days as well. It just helps you to keep like track of your time and make the most of your time. There's a space for like writing down the times here, and then you can write in the task, and then there is a to-do list box. I've been using this template multiple times a week since I received the sample back in August, and I love it so much. It will be on the website as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I am so excited, as I said, and I hope that you have a productive week.